Alright. I think this should be working out now. Okay. We're back at it again at the Animal of the Elements. It's a Friday afternoon. I am once again here with tea. I feel a little better about today. I feel a little better about days. How we all doing? I did work on some of the art off stream a little bit, just to get it to a point that I was happy to continue from. Which I think means that I finished a line art and I did some of the flat colors already. Line art for the head. I don't think I haven't done line art for the body yet. Right? Yeah, no, or did I? Did I do that? I don't know how memory works. I did not. Okay. Alright. Okay, let's get right in on this. Wahoo! Okay, where did I last left off? I did the flat colors for the basic head. I finished a line art for all the head pieces. Should I? Still wondering about this days later. Should I actually color this part in? I'm thinking it's gotta be all or nothing. Let's go. Oh, I know on the kind of official render that I did of her, I did just color in the line up of that part of the hair. I do like it. And then I have all the whites of the eye, right? Yeah. I could make this one a little cleaner. Oh, it has to go all the way up there. Okay. Let's go instead. Okay, so if I do that. Okay, so that means we're kind of looking at that situation. And then that goes a little too high. That's a lot better. Cleaner. Then we got the wide eye. And then we get the irises. And I actually do want to do a quick render of these. Before I move on to the rest of it, mostly just because I like coloring in eyes. I like rendering eyes. It's fun. So I need that little pick me up. Yum yum. It's today's Darjeeling tea. Yeah. I'm gonna raise this mic just a little bit higher. I am shrimped all the time, so the mic is never actually in my face. That is a bad thing. yes, while she doesn't usually show her eyes, we are going to be drawing in her eyes for these sprites. Her eyes are usually hidden behind her sunglasses, but I mean, we do want some moments where she isn't wearing her sunglasses, so I might as well draw in the eyes now. Hi, Tammy, what's up? Okay. Really? Tammy has left the room. And also, I don't know why I realize this now, but it's really nice and sunny outside. Great day for streaming. Maybe, possibly, potentially. I am going to need to figure out how to do the eyelids. Let's test some of that out right now. I have no idea how to pronounce it, but Okisik? I'm just gonna say Oki. Hi! Why are you talking like a Look! I don't know how to tell you this. You can call me Oki. Hey! Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm just gonna sound evil. That is kind of my nature. Okay, so the way I render these, I do put like the gradient. That becomes a problem once I'm starting to layer actual like parts over. So far, it actually seems, okay, actually so far it seems to work really, really well. Dang, scratch that, maybe it won't be that difficult. I'm gonna turn this off just so I can see what it's looking like. Okay, so does that still blend in? Blends in pretty okay. The hair's in the way. Hair's gonna get cut off a little bit, so let's kind of, yeah, that should do it, right? That should do it, right? Yeah, okay. So maybe the eyelids will actually work out a lot better than I thought. Are you from Korea? No, I'm actually half Japanese. I don't think you could. I'm not quite sure. Ooh, yeah. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. More people ask me where I'm from when they see my face. Half Japanese, half like white Canadian. Half Japanese, half white Canadian. That's what I am. Yeah, so I don't. Some people say they can kind of hear it in my voice, but I mean, it really depends. I have met people who are also half Japanese and speak English, and they sound so weirdly like me, so maybe it is a thing. You're so cool. Oh, thanks. You don't have to compliment me that much. I'm just a normal person. Nom nom nom. Okay, so that's the neutral eyes. I think I actually do want the shine to be more. No, not that one. This layer to be a little more subtle. It also needs to be brighter, actually. Ta-da! Yeah, that's better. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so and then you're doing animation. What is it about? If you're talking about what I'm working on right now, it's complicated. I am an artist working on like an indie video game right now. We're hoping to get the demo out along with the full Kickstarter launched pretty soon. The pre-launch is already up. Links in the YouTube. I don't think I put it in the Twitch. And then yeah, so like right now I'm basically just working on the like kind of like the visual novel sprites, because there are like visual novel elements in certain parts of the game. It's a shooter game, so it's not like mainly that, but I am getting these in. Okay, yeah, that's the neutral, and then we want to get the small iris version in as well. English is not my main language, so for mistakes, that's all good. And my friend, like, I'll do my best to like try to understand. I'm someone who tends to struggle a little bit when it comes to understanding people. And I'm not even talking about like auditory processing or whatever. It's like when I read a sentence, if it's not well put together, I might struggle a little bit with what people are trying to say. But I'll do my best. Hence, you might hear me say a lot of like clarifying questions, because I like getting into the specifics. But yes, I do like animations. Like I also do like the sprite animation stuff for the game. Pretty much like the majority of the visuals of the game is from me, that I work on. So yeah, I do some. Do you have Discord? I do have a Discord. I don't usually like if you're gonna directly message me, need a friend request, but like if you happen to be in any of the servers that I'm already in, I'm more than willing to talk. Like you could basically like message me from those places. I'm not going to do it yet. But yeah, no, like I do have a Discord where I like talk to people on occasion. Ooh, the whites of the eyes here are a little bit off, I realize now. Let's change that. I went down to the no, I need to fix something. Do. Why are you looking like that? Oh, is it because like the thickness of the liner is just getting in the way? Okay, yeah. Anyway, that's probably the best I can do with that side. Where's my... there it is. Yeah, that's better. Hey! Top Hat TC, welcome to the chat. Just going to start working on my show. You have a show? I always really like hearing about what people are doing, especially creatively, because we really need more creatives right now. And also, I just like indie stuff in general. I think people make cool things. Yeah, and then the overlay. Kinda like that. About dreams and gods. Sounds like it might be epic. Also, I see someone bringing up, do you know how to use DaVinci? And I am assuming you're talking to someone else, but I'll just say that I do. I know how to use DaVinci. And I recommend it if you need, like, a free video editing software that does, like, pretty dang good. Okay, I'm gonna need to change the size of the neutral. Okay. It's all coming together. But let's use screen for their eyes. Have been just anime, but it's just me right now. Yeah, dude, mood. Same. Can you teach, please, or how can I learn? When it comes to like DaVinci stuff, tutorials, 100. Like you can find so many tutorials out there. I think there is. I'm pretty sure someone did actually make like a tutorial for like kind of like just getting started. You know. In my case, I was lucky. Like I started with Adobe Premiere. Which is a lot of things in the program. Like they actually have like an option to change like your layout to be similar to Adobe Premiere. So like basically it's been really easy for me to switch over because I've already used other video editing software before. But if you've never video edited before, Adobe is so expensive here. Dude, Adobe's like expensive everywhere. You don't understand. Oh my god. Like, I'm glad I abandoned it. But yeah, DaVinci Resolve's really good. Highly recommend. And if you're looking for, ways to actually figure out how to use it, you want to find tutorials by people who are like, oh, you're getting started with DaVinci, here's what you need to know. I just removed my old Discord server because it's dead, and someone's user got deleted because they did something bad. The Discord server for my shows may be going big after episode 1. I mean, let's hope. Let's hope. Let's hope it goes big. But yeah, if you're looking for DaVinci tutorials, I would probably suggest starting with like YouTube, getting started with DaVinci Resolve. Otherwise, I think some like advice that I specifically can give, because I don't know what you're doing. I'm the kind of person who learns by going like, okay, I want to be able to do this. How do I do that? And then go look for the specific tutorial for do that. But something I could, like a general advice that I can give that would be helpful is that the thing about DaVinci, you have to be careful which version you download. You have to be careful which version you download. Because if your computer isn't strong enough or it isn't updated enough, it will not be able to run the latest version. And also, when you are updating, sometimes they update a lot, which does make previous files that you've had kind of go null, or like things change and it gets a little wonky or has a hard time. So before you download, make sure you know which version you should be getting that matches your computer. And if you ever update, make sure like you basically have like everything saved, and like you're not gonna cry if something goes wrong, you know. Who I have a suspecting feeling that, yeah, ta-da! Ignore the bots. There's been bots around. There's been bots around. I will delete them. Alright, so that's the irises, and now we want to check all the others that we have. Do I need to make this one smaller? Probably. And I probably should change the thickness of the liner. Yeah, no, let's do that. Do. Okay, did I break everything? Probably. Someone bots who really had to, yeah, no. There's been an increase of bots. Just about everywhere, but on my streams, I usually don't get them. Now I do. I wonder, I feel like there's gotta be an easier way to kind of like, I know Twitch specifically actually has an actual they do have like something in place to go like, oh, this might be spam. Do you want to let this person continue talking? And they go, no. However, they're not that good at actually catching those. They don't know what the recent ones are. Can't trust technology these days. I got that bomb my live streams not long ago. Wow. Things have not changed. Aren't you? Get in the folder. We could just go. No, it's because I want. No, I remember why I did it this way. It's because I want to. Did I? I don't trust bots or AI because they are all evil. I agree. I'm glad we can agree. I'm glad we can agree on that point. If you are, more especially if you are a generative AI supporter, get out of here. You're not welcome. That's putting it bluntly, but you are not welcome. I will destroy you. I will destroy you and kill you. Aren't you guys ever in the actual folder I assigned you? So why doesn't need? And technically we would just turn you guys off, so you guys don't need it either. So I think that means the eyes are done here. Yeah, okay. Okay, now let's get the mouths in place. I did move the slightly. Num num tea. this just has been bothering me for a week. I don't like how I did the lines on this one. Okay, I'll just remove that. And then we actually want it to go a little smaller. And that's better. That looks, well, I never asked what you were drawing. What are you drawing? Yeah, no. So I'm currently working on the visual novel sprites for the video game I'm working on right now. And I say visual novel sprites just because, like, it's basically like the dialogue sprites. It's not actually a visual novel game, but it, like, when you're like talking with characters, it kind of uses that style. So that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm just working on getting those pieces in place. And this character right here is our tutorial boss. You're working, yeah, working on a game. I don't think I have the pre-launch Kickstarter linked in my Twitch right now, but it is linked in my YouTube ones, but it's Pirouette Princess. It is a bullet hell shooter game where you play as the magical girl Pirouette Princess Addie, and she's gotta get through levels. She's gotta get through levels and fight the muses in order to bring peace, basically. A basic story, but we're hoping to at least still be fun. So this one character right now is our tutorial boss. She is breakdance buddy Mel. She is one of the muses. I know someone who's working on a game too, but I don't have time to talk to him because he has school. I mean, mood. That's the case with a lot of people. But yeah, so Mel right here, tutorial boss. So for the demo, I do need some dialogue sprites for her. And she's a jerk. She's mean. She's mean, and I hope people don't like her. Okay, I say that we actually have we have done some in-person demos so far. And by we, I mean me. I'm the one who brings them to places because I do like convention tabling as well. So I bring them over, and I'm like, hey, I'd love some feedback on our demo so far. And then people give me feedback, and I go like, yay, thank you. And people do seem to, despite immediately clocking that Mel is a jerk, people do like her. They like getting the opportunity to destroy her, and I'm like, yeah, that's the point. I hope people will continue to enjoy destroying her. At the time I was working on the game, but I just stopped working on it and I'm working on a show. Am I allowed to ask what kind of game it was? Like, I'm not gonna say, like, get back to working on it, cause, like, you know, like, people's time and interests change. And I don't know what your situation is. But I myself have worked on a couple, like, game jam games. So, you know, you only have like a month to work on it, blah, blah, blah. This game actually started off as a game jam game. It was for the boss rush jam. So we were like, okay, bullet hell, boss rush, let's go. And that one is still up, around, for playing. That's what we kind of call it, the prototype. A creature capturing game. It was going to be 3D. Oh, so I think people call that genre like the creature collector. Usually, like that's why I hear people kind of call like basically Pokemon, Digimon, and other similar game types. I think they call it. I think the genre they kind of call it is like a creature collector. And I'm like, I'll be honest, I'm over here like I want more of them. It's mostly because Pokemon has been really disappointing, but also like I really enjoy seeing people come up with the creatures. I think that's always been the funnest part for me when it comes to seeing like people making like the Pokemon likes. No shade in that, by the way, like I get it. My favorite thing is always like how they how they design the creatures, and then it's like what's the what's the word I want to use here? Like it's not gimmick. It's not gimmick because gimmick kind of has a connotation, has kind of a negative connotation. What am I thinking about? I guess, is lore the word I'm looking for? I think lore is the word I'm looking for. As weird as that might be to say. You know, basically it's like, why are you doing the creature collecting? And what do the creatures do? You know, things like that. Because I find that people do really interesting things with those ideas. There is one creature collector game that I'm very curious to see how it goes. Because it's made locally in Canada. And it's called Beastie Ball. I played the demo of it. You guys should also check out Beastie Ball. Beastie Ball is basically, if I'm gonna use really simplified terms, it's Pokemon, but the creatures you capture are used in volleyball battles. And it's kinda awesome. No. There. Like, I played the demo of it when they were showing it off at, like, conventions and markets and stuff like that. And, like my friend also kind of introduced me to it. And I'm like, this is cool. This is cool. And I really like the creatures. My starter Pokemon in that game is the little axolotl guy. They have a little axolotl guy. and it's great. I don't know if... I have no idea if they have a release date, but I just know it's being worked on. Every show or game I have made has a story or a build. I mean, you gotta. I mean, in the case of a show, I feel like that's kind of the point, is that you need some writing involved. Or have idea for story or a build. Yeah, same. I really want to introduce more of what I have in the works, like personally. But because I have so many, I haven't ever really gotten a chance to do a proper introduction. But at the same time, I do have things planned coming up that should help me in that regard, in terms of like figuring out how to kind of showcase that stuff in a way that's interesting. I have ideas. I don't know if they're gonna work out, but I have ideas and I'm excited. I'm excited to show them off. For my show, I have voice actors, and one is being me. Oh my god! Dang! You really decide to level up. Oh, I'm curious. Again, no shade. Paid voice acting or volunteer? Again, no shade. I've hired like volunteer voice actors before, and they were super cool. Friends. Ooh. Hell yeah. Exciting. Hope it works out. I want to see more projects made by friends that get good. Okay, now I think I definitely do want to do some line coloring in some of these. One is live stream talk to. Oh wait, is it yeah. Is it kind of basically like podcast style storytelling? Because I know that is a thing. I don't usually listen to many, but I know there are people who, I forgot what they actually call them. But basically it's kind of like they kind of go radio show a little bit. That's what I'm immediately thinking of. Animating. I mean, yes. Am I misreading your sentence? I think so. Do you mean that one is a streamer that you talk to? Because then that would make more sense in my brain. Yeah, again, sorry, I said it earlier. I said it earlier this stream, but like I have a rough time parsing out sentences sometimes, so I'm bound to make mistakes, but also I'm gonna continuously ask for clarification and the like. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'm glad I'm starting to get it. Alright, okay. So that should be all the mouths. And okay, am I gonna need to do something with eyebrows? Probably. I'm trying to remember if I typically color in these sorts of eyebrows. I think no. I like making them stand out. But I think I also want... Yeah, okay. Eyebrows check out. I wanted the glasses last, because the glasses be crazy. Now the ears are gonna be our difficult part for this section. Let me just animate the main bad guy right now. I'm drawing the last part of episode 1 because I don't have the main hero. Ooh. Ooh, fun. Fun times all around. Actually, okay. Ears are about to be where we struggle. Let's turn off the colors for that. Okay. I made a YouTube channel for the show, but I don't have nothing posted on it. I mean, same. The studio that we've named ours, like, so we're not actually like a full studio, like a real studio, but like we have kind of made like a studio kind of account, called Friendrise Studios, and that also like the studio that we called ourselves in terms of like making this game, and we call it Friendrise. And we do have a YouTube channel that there's like one thing posted, and I'm like, oh god, I need to start actually posting way more. But I really don't like doing the social media, the social media grind I don't like doing it. Okay, so if I want to... Do I need to do the gradient this way? Alright. I don't dislike seeing that slight bit of the turn. I don't dislike that. Yeah, alright. We can go with that. I did the same thing for the YouTube channel, just made it the studio naming Top Hat's Tower. I love that. I love that. That sounds great. There is a very nice ring to that I very much enjoy. Top Hat TC to T's for Tower. Yeah, no, that's what I expect. That's what I thought. Like, now that I, like, see your username and, like, what you said, I'm like, oh, okay, so that's what the T said. What does the C stand for, then? Tell me what the C stands for. Oh, no, I don't know. That's a G pen. I don't want that big. I don't want that big. C is for channel. Okay. Hell yeah. Feeling good about this. So that's the neutral, and then these are the down ears. Get out of here. Yay! I will say I don't actually have a personal Discord server right now. There's one that's like kind of in the works, but I'm not quite sure. Just cause modding a Discord kind of takes a lot of energy out of me. So at the moment, I don't have a personal Discord. We'll see in the near future what happens, but in the moment, I got none. So when I was talking about like Discord servers earlier, I was mostly talking about like other ones that I've joined. If you ever live stream your stuff, though, I might hop on by. If I have the time to do so. I'm gonna show a lot of people. Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, I feel like not showing off stuff's probably the smartest thing to do in our current era. Just cause people been nasty. But or not necessarily nasty, but like I've watched people kind of end up getting a little obsessed over the views and the attention, and I'm like, dude, you need to like step back. You need to calm the heck down. They get all depressed when people think they don't like the stuff that they make, and I'm like, it's okay. People totally like it. But you gotta stop looking at those numbers. I remember why I made that. There are things I need to work on for the eyebrows. Main Maga has no legs. I'm sure I'm working on a way for him to move. Oh. No legs just because you haven't made the legs, or no legs because like he's just designed that way? Ooh, okay. That is fun to think about. We'll give it to them at the end of season 2. Oh, okay. So that's how it is. Interesting. And also, you're talking about seasons and the like. I'm curious, how many episodes are in a season for you? Episodes. Okay. Yeah, don't mind me asking, just cause what it means to be a season of television or like a show has been butchered a lot in these recent years. But like as an indie show, you basically have like full freedom to do whatever the hell you want. So I wanted to have kind of an idea of what's the range we're looking at. Pause from Pixel. Hi, nice art. Thanks. I'm doing my best. I outlined like the ear flick. I don't know if I actually want it though. I won't do it for now. There might be a time in the future where I want to have like ear flick, but I think ear flicks tend to work best when it's actually moving, which these sprites are not moving. So yeah, okay. The glasses. Why do you? Oh, it's because the ears. Okay. Let's change that a little bit then. Okay, is there any other ears I need to change for this? Kinda, sort of. Hmm. Why aren't the glasses above the ears? We could just do that. Okay. I'll try to end everything before season 2. I think, yeah, there's pros to cons for writing something longer versus shorter. In my case, my preference is just finish the story, and usually that's a lot easier to do when you have less, episodes and the like. But also, some things kind of need more episodes in order to like flesh it out to a satisfying degree, you know? the break I took was good for today because it's too much. It was only 1%. Oh, dude, absolutely. One of the big things that you have to learn when you're making anything, generally, you gotta know how to pace yourself. If you don't, you will get destroyed. You will get destroyed bad. Where's the best place to see your art? I would say, let me see, there's my Blue Sky, which is Saria Howard, no spaces. That's my Blue Sky. I also have a Tumblr and an Instagram. Since you're calling in from Pixel, I should have some of my art in the gallery there too. There's the Kara app. In general, like, most social medias, you can find me as either Animal of the Elements or Saria Howard. And like, I basically post my art everywhere in that sense. So that's where you'd find me. Cool, thank you. If I could just say the shark gown in gallery shoot. Yeah, no, that was from one of the more recent commissions I did. And she was fun to work on. She was fun to work on, and like, I generally enjoy... I do really like shark creatures, shark characters. I feel like people make like really unique looks for them. So many cool possibilities. Okay, now I need to see how the heck the eyebrows are gonna work. Alright. Now, generally speaking, we do actually want the eyebrows above the glasses. Okay. I think we're gonna need to color them in. Yeah, I think we're looking at needing to add color for these. Okay. Let's try it out first. Alright, let's see if we can make this work. And make it work pretty okay. Gets a lot tougher once you get to the side with the hair. Can I say you'd be comfortable with SFR as a commission if when I had the funds? Depends. It depends. I have actually drawn stuff like that before when it comes to like in-person convention commission stuff. But basically, I would need to kind of like see what I'm working with. Usually it's just me going like, I look at the character or like whatever unique situation you explain to me, and then I go, alright, yeah, okay. Basically, I need to know what I'm getting into before I accept something like that. On Pixel, I don't have my commission form up on there. I really should. But like in like my actual portfolio website, for instance, there is a section for just like submitting a commission form, and then I basically get back to you being like, oh yeah, then this is the quoted price. And in that moment, I'd be like, okay, well, I can do this commission if there is an if, I'd be like, oh, if blah 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 blah, then I can accept it. Otherwise, yeah. So it's a case by, in short, it's a case by case basis. I understand, but hope it didn't make you uncomfortable. No, that's all good. Like, no, I would say it's good to ask. It's always good to ask. And I would say, like, asking is a whole lot better than just not, you know. And also, again, I have done... You know, the funny thing about that one is that I actually... I think this is gonna sound weird. I am more comfortable doing kind of that more, like, niche fetish stuff when it's NSFW as opposed to SFW. I think it's just because... I don't know, I think it just puts my brain into a place where it's like, oh yeah, no, this is the point. So it has an easier time accepting that. Weird to say, but that's just how it is. This isn't to say, like, it would automatically become NSFW. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying things. I do have an idea, but would be a while before I could commission anyone, but making a list of nice artists. Yes! Go do that. Yeah, I will be opening up commissions again pretty soon. I don't like opening up commissions, new slots, when I already have things in the queue, which I do. I have one more commission to finish. And I'm basically just waiting on people to give me some extra info that would allow me to actually finish it. Where is this? The glasses? It is glasses. Okay, so I need to. Is that a one to remove? Yeah, no, I would say that's a one to remove. There we go. Well, it's cool seeing you work. You have a unique fun style. Thanks! It is slightly different than... It's very slightly different to what I usually do with what I'm drawing right now, just because, this is for a game. So what I'm working on... Like, basically, I've decided a style based on the game we're making. Which, I still made it like, close to what my typical style is. But... I still basically kind of like change certain things still. Okay, now if I want this to actually blend in, why am I doing that? If I want this to blend in correctly, does this color work, or am I gonna have a bad time? A little bit. How about we go with that color? Will that help? Helps a little more. Why do I have the ears still down like that? Oh, it's because I was testing things. Alright. Okay, yeah. Coloring it is the way to go, and I can do it. I am dying right now with the animating. Dude, aren't we all? Dude, like, mood. I understand. Same. Okay, we'll be heading into break time very soon. If I finish up the eyebrows here, then we would actually be done with the head. And then that's when we'll go on break. That's fine. This one needs a color. It's taking more time than I was thinking. Yeah, I can say the same for like the current short film I'm working. I'm also working on a short film. That I did want to finish certain aspects of today, but I haven't. So, you know, that's just how it be. Okay. So that... Yeah, okay, so this is basically our flat colors. I mean, there's some gradient stuff going on, but these are our flat colors. And then I don't do render until I got everything else in, which means when we come back from break, so we're gonna go on a 30-minute break. When we come back from break, we are actually going to start working on line art for the actual body. We're gonna have a grand old time. And just put it into place. Yeah, all right. Okay, so this is what we got so far. The head for the flat colors and all the basic stuff is basically done. And then we come back to work on the body. So, alright, so 30 minutes from now, we'll be right back. Get some water, get some snacks, get whatever you need, or do whatever else you want during the break. And I'll see you in a bit. Oi, we're back. I ate some chips, and they were good chips. Alright, I said we're working on all the body stuff. Alright, let's go. I finished for today animating. Yay! Let's first kind of get the basics in. jacket over top. Oh yeah, I will be finishing up earlier than usual today. Excuse me. Just cause I have to make dinner early today, so I gotta go do that. So usually I keep going until 6, but I think I'll have to stop at like a 5:15 or 5:30 instead. Let's get the pants in place. My idea would be gummy goo. Ooh, gummy goo. You know, I haven't drawn gummy goo. I would like to maybe draw a gummy goo. I do like gummy goo. Sorta a hear me out. Is Gummy Goo a hear me out? I feel like he's a little bit of a weak hear me out. Cause like I get it though. Like you know, like he I mean I guess appearance wise, but like just like any other furry character, I don't know what to tell you. Cause like what? Like he's got I do like his voice. He's got a good voice. He's got a good voice. He does his activities for his mum, and that's always a very attractive trait. And then, you know, goes through some existential dread. I don't know why I say that as if that's an attractiveness point, but like, I like people like angst. And then it just becomes a matter of whether him being a gummy crocodile man changes things for you, which I think for a lot of people it doesn't. But I can understand an argument for being a hear me. Like, there's a reason why I said it. Like, I feel like he's like a weak one. If you're in the furry community, yeah, obviously. But if you're not, then I guess. Oh no, that's part of why I'm. Yeah. See, I get it. I may be Ace Arrow, but I get it. feel like a lot of the time it's because I'm Ace Arrow that I go like, no, makes sense. Just because I'm already so kind of like outside the realm of like making sense. None of it makes sense to me, so I'm like, oh yeah, of course. Yeah. Ace is asexual, right? So getting the hang of terms. Yes! Asexual, aromantic. That's me. Ace gang, rise up. At the top hat TC. I'm a smooth boy and I like my bad guy animation of him melting right now. Feels smooth. It's good for me. Dude, when smooth animation hits, it hits so good. I feel like I struggle a lot with smooth animation. I just do my best. I mean, people say it's smooth, and I'm like, I mean, I guess. Get smoothed. Droplet from him falling, I'll just give it like 4 clips or 5 to not make it long. I mean, here's a secret fact. Despite how much one might like smooth animation, you don't always have to do it. Some scenes, some instances actually do not want smooth animation. That's the secret, you guys. One of the big skill sets of being an animator is knowing when to go for like many little frames, or when to know you have enough. Because I've done like full in-betweens for like animation stuff before, and it just will, it like, I had one where it actually looked worse when it was smoothed. Like, it ain't worth it. Action scenes, I find you actually don't need to get all that smooth. Because action wants to be quick, while smooth animation tends to make it look slower. Also, to what's being said in Pixel, I'd be cool with it. This is actually getting multi-streamed out to Twitch and YouTube, so I can't say out loud what you're saying in chat. But if I remember correctly, I don't have that specific limitation on my Pixel right now. So, yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Because again, like, I think I'm pretty sure I set Pixel to be mature stream. I've set it that way, just in case I ever do streams like that. This animation I'm working on right now is something before the fight and the end of the show. Yeah, in general, like, I feel like melting is one of those things where, like, yeah, you do want more frames, because if in the instance you don't, it doesn't get across the idea of goop being, like, goopy all that well. Axonor VT, welcome to the chat. We got a lot of, like, new people coming in today. Ooh, do you sell art prints? I don't sell art prints online. I do convention stuff, so I do sell, like, art prints in person. However, when it comes to, like, commission stuff, I absolutely don't mind making a commission print ready. I can't really print it myself, and if I do, well, I was going to say that if I do, like, the cost will have to go up because of, like, shipping and all that, but also I really do think it would be cheaper and better for people in the long run, if they're planning on printing out a commission, to find their own local printing place that can do it, or, like, find doesn't even have to be local, just finding a place that will do the print, because then at least that you can, because you're the one doing it, you can set it exactly how you want it to be. But when it comes to, like, when art commission stuff, I can totally, like, yeah, just make it print ready. I've made prints before, so I know how to make it print ready. Axonor, what you drawing? Okay, so right now I'm working on the kind of like visual novel style dialogue sprites for the video game I'm currently working on. The head pieces are all in place right now. So now I'm just moving on to working on the body. Okay. Okay. Yeah. God, I need to stop shrimping. I have such bad posture because I don't like sitting still that much. Something about this side of the shoulder just isn't sitting right with me. I need to get back to that some other time, and by some other time I mean like later. Okay, now what does it look like without the head right now? Alright. It has to look... Okay. What I need to actually extend is this side. Does that... Yeah, that makes things a lot better. Yeah. Alright. Now we need the tail. How could I forget the tail? She's a bunny. She needs a tail. There we go. Okay. I think I want to line art everything before I start putting in the flat colors, just so that I have it. Okay. So we got the background arms and the foreground arms. Okay, let's start with back, hands on the hips. And do we want to start with foreground? Actually, let's start with foreground. Because foreground is the one that should look the best, and we will change how the background ones look in conjunction with it. So I think I want to turn off the body sketch. But would you know anyone who does in real life photo commissions? Do you mean like photography? Because if you're talking about photography, I know photographers, but, they don't do, like, portraits. And it's other stuff. Oh, that I actually don't know. I actually, because I don't as hang around that sphere as much as other people, so I actually don't know. If I find out, I'll say it, but as of right now, I'm like, I do not know. It's all good, it's all good. Am I potentially too chill? Yes. Am I doing this anyway? Also, yes. Get the head and body back in here. And I get the idea of how big the hand should be, and the answer is bigger. Yeah, that seems about right. Or, higher? Yeah, that looks better. So we'll need to delete that part. Oh, there goes the dogs barking. I don't know if you guys hear that, but they be barking. I doubt it. This specific mic doesn't do a good job of taking in back, which is a good thing. Okay, yeah, and then we want the rest of the arms. Rest of the arms. Away. I feel pretty good about that. We'll probably be adjusting it as we go along, but I feel good about that arm. Let's move on to the next arm. Josh Racket, hello! Welcome back into the chat. I am here once again. And I'm getting really locked in. That's good to hear, yes. Doing well, being locked in. We finish up the head. Now just gotta get the body. I'm just working on a new stream layout as I watch Twitch streams. I mean, yeah. as one does. Did you find any good inspo? Mayhaps? And when I say inspo, I mean inspirations. Yes, I did. That's good. It took me a while to figure out my own stream layout. As you can see, we went fancy. We went fancy, and I'm still over here being like, there's gotta be a way I can incorporate a multi-chat in this setup. There's gotta be a way that's like multi-chat in a way that's like real cool. Okay, yeah, I can work with this. Alright. What's our next arm? This one. Yeah, that looks about right. For the size of the hand. Okay, we want a tiny bit smaller and a little bit shorter. I've been trying to find out how to make a great VTuber model, but I have to go with a design that isn't too complicated or doesn't need everything completely separated. Oh yeah, dude, yeah, no. You can see with me right here, I'm a PNG tuber. Except my little animation right here, I tend to talk with my hands a lot. So to do that, I actually animated within. I use RahiTuber, and I animated within RahiTuber to give the arm motion. But I haven't done actual VTubing. I don't think I will, just based on the nature of how I am not well captured on, you know, like tracking stuff, just because I don't ever sit properly, and my webcam isn't in front of my face, so But I did look into the actual process of doing VTuber stuff, just cause like what you do is very similar. Well, I mean, I'm an animator, so I am aware of what needs to be done. Like again, like in order to make this arm move and all my little individual pieces move on this PNG tuber, I still had to separate out the pieces. So I know how this works. Your bigger problem is gonna be rigging. We love rigging. I graduated in 3D animation and I hate rigging. I don't wanna do that. Yeah, rigging is too much for me too. Yeah. I mean, like, when you get it working, it's like, dude, some people's rigs, face rigs especially, are so good, and I'm like, I cry. I cry so much. Riggers truly are the kings. There's a reason why they get the big bucks. Also, what am I saying? I'm literally making art right now that has each different thing separated. I'm literally doing that right now. What am I talking about? I could turn these into a VTuber if I so wish. But I won't. And there is one character in this game that I am gonna have to learn how to, like, rig. Which I did! I did, it was simple enough, because I made her relatively simple to rig. And also, I graduated in 3D animation, so I at least have, like, a passing knowledge of how it works. I think my own face is too messed up in real life for any rigging to work properly, that's why I struggle to make a model work at that one VTuber's table at VS. Oh, wait, I think I know which person you're talking about. I think I know who you're talking about. Got to go, but it was fun seeing your art chatting. Hope you have a great night. You too, Pause. Thanks for being here. Yeah, so I think I know what you're talking about, because I only know one person who shows off VTuber stuff at furry conventions. I only know one person. So I think we're talking about the same person. But you know, I haven't actually tested out face recognition stuff with all that. So I wouldn't actually. I know there is a way, with I'm sure you could do it with like kind of traditional VTubers as well, but with PNG tubers there is, if you're using like RahiTuber, which is what I'm using, there are ways to make it so that it will like track according to like your mouse movements or whatever other movement, and that kind of gives like a VTuber effect, and that might be what you need, where it's like, oh, instead of like following your webcam, it's gonna follow something else. I think that's what's gonna have to happen. I don't know how convincing it'll become, but it might be worth a try. Who knows? You never know until you try. Okay, I think I know what I have to. It's an OB. One effect I wish worked was the cursor tracking on iPad and Procreate, because that hand moving around looks goofy and I like it. Well, forget it. Oh, it's an OBS. I think I also know what you're talking about for that. I think I do. I haven't used Procreate all that much just because I'm not a fan of how they do like layers and stuff, like layer organization. Like that's literally it. But I have it. I do have Procreate. I'm sure tutorials exist. I mean, it's not necessarily I don't know how to organize layers in Procreate. It's literally I don't like how it is. Again, I don't know if they've changed anything since I last looked at it. They probably did, but like when I originally had Procreate, they're basically, in my case, if I'm drawing, I need folders. I need folders nested within folders, and I need to be able to rename my layers. At the time, with Procreate, I could not organize things into folders. Or if I could, it was only like one folder, and I couldn't like nest them. And I can't work with that. I cannot work with that. And again, if they change something, hell yeah, awesome. But otherwise, I'm over here like, no, can't do it. Can't do it. They allow you to rename layers and group layers to get into layers updates. Thank God. Me over here struggling. No more. I wish they allowed stacking folder in folder. It would sort concept art stuff a lot. Yes, no, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Every other art program that I've used has like you can nest things, basically. That's what I call it. You can't see much of that on screen right now, just because I have like the chat blocking it, but I do have many layers and folders nested within each other, because that's how I have to make these sprites if I want to not cry. So like everything, like all the assets for the head, all in its own folder, and then within that folder we got eyes in its own thing, and those eyes are also separated into the white irises and the eyelashes. So yeah, we get crazy here. So I need my art programs to be able to handle that. Okay, what time is it? Alright. We're gonna finish this arm. And we'll see if I can finish up the flat colors of this specific body. Actually, probably not. Again, I need to close up stream early today, so that today I am making dinner, so I require good amount of prep time for that. we'll see how I feel after I finish with this arm. Okay. Does this work? I think we got it. I think we got there's one line here that bothers the hell out of me. I just don't want it to tangent in a weird way. Right there. Okay. How much time? Okay, I can use this time to refine the liner. We're ending up with the boring segment, which is literally just adjusting all the line widths and all that, so that it doesn't look as stiff and uniform. So let's do this. Okay. The adjustments! Yeah! Time to adjust all the things! I think that works for the base. locked in, y'all. Let's actually remove this one. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I think we're looking at that for the base body. Yeah, okay. And then the arms. Or actually, I want to narrow the seam a little more here. And a little more there. Yay! Okay. I think we're looking at that. Okay. Go a little more narrow. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got. So our head's basically in place. Glasses, ears, eyes, mouth. Not fully rendered, but we deal with that towards the end. And then we got our neutral body in place. This all seems looking correct to me. Put your glasses back on. Yeah! Okay. Yeah. Pretty good time, I'd say, too. Okay, so that will be today's stream, everybody. Thanks for everyone who showed up. We got a bunch of new people today. And then when we... Okay, so I still aim to do weekly streams. I don't know if we'll come back to Mel next time. We might. Actually, we probably will. Just because we have the line art for the second body in that set of arms, and then it goes into flat color, and then I do the actual render, and then it's basically done. I didn't show a lot of that process with Addie. But if we do manage to be able to come back Tuesday, I could totally do that. But we'll see, we'll find out. Otherwise, it might be me starting up one of the other characters for who need dialogue sprites. And also I checked up on our current build of the demo, and I completely forgot that I have not made like an actual sprite for one of the characters who definitely needs one. So I could also do that. And that's like actual like game sprite work. So we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, yeah, I hope people had a good time. I hope people have a good weekend. Talked a lot today. Yeah, and then next time we stream, it'll be more, I'm still gonna be focusing on Pirouette Princess stuff, but I am realizing that I would also love to do just like some like casual personal stuff on stream too. Again, we'll see what happens. I'm still trying to get used to streaming often. So with that, have a good weekend, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye!